Siguro po, alam na ninyo, Mr. Chair. Hindi ko po alam anong oras, but I think earlier hours, nagpadala yata former Congressman Saldico a video recording. At dyan po ay napakarami niyang sinasabi na aligasyon, ngunit hindi po pwedeng hindi bigyan po ng atensyon.
At yun nga mga bayan, ano pong masasabi nyo dito sa balita na kung saan tila bagay hindi po narinig ni Tuta Soto at ni Pinky Lacson ng inungkat ni Senator Marcoleta yung video ni Saldico diyan sa hearing na nangyari po kahapon. Dun po sa kasagsagan po nung hearing, nabanggit nga po ni Senator Marcoleta yung inilabas na video ni Saldico gawa ng hindi po pinayagang magsalita sa hearing, di po ba? Hindi po pinayagan ni pangalan po nito ni Pinky Lacson na makapagsalita si Saldico. Kaya inilabas po niya yung video niya. Inungkat po yon ni Senator Marcoleta. Pero tila bagay nagbingi-bingihan at napipi. Hindi niya nakapagsalita. Itong si Tuta Soto at si Pinky Lacson, mga kabayan. O ito po mga kabayan, panoorin po natin kung paano isiniwalang bahala lang ni Pinky Lacson at ni Tuta Soto yung pag-ungkat ni Senator Marcoleta doon nga po sa video ni Saldico. Ito ba, panoorin po natin.
Ito yung ginagawa actually para mabantayan, mamonitor yung upgrading, yung pag-update ng progress ng mga proyekto, lalong-lalo na yung pinag-uusapan ng flood control projects. Kung hindi akma, kamukha ngayon, napatunayan na kahit sinasabi po nilang real-time geotag, ang dali palang takpan yun. Kukuha lang ng ibang litrato, isasalpak na ganyan. Akala mo, totoo na ang accomplishment is so much percent already. Pero hindi totoo Kaya naglipa na yung ghost projects. Inamin po ni Yusek Cabral, nang nandito siya, at nakikinig po si Secretary Bonoan noon, na yung sinabmit po nila na naging sumbong sa Pangulo ay base sa MYPS. Ito yung multi-year projects system. Ang dapat sana palang ibinigay nila ay yung PCMA na kahit papano ay medyo malapit-lapit sa katotohanan. Gumawa po kami ng pagsusuri dito sa dalawang application na ito, Mr. Chair. Nag-random po kami sa napakaraming mga projects. Easily, lumitaw po sa pagsusuri namin. Wala pang isang araw, 14 po na projects na hindi magkakatugma po yung coordinates. Isang maliit na difference lang either sa X or sa Y. Alam po ninyo ang variance na nakita namin, discrepancy, mula sa maliit na about 67 meters to about 700 meters. Yusek Bisnar, sa harap ng napakalaking deviation ng mga coordinates, gusto po namin matukoy talaga kung ilan ang bilang ng ghost projects. Pero kung pagbabasihan po ninyo yung maling input na ibinigay, sapagkat ito ay nakabase sa MYPS, pati kayo may liligaw din yan Di ko alam kung paano nyo gagawin. Ito nga po hindi talaga real time Walang satellite pala ang DPWH. Kaya nga, nung pagdinig ng Philippine Space Agency, na imungkahi nga namin, tulungan mo na nga ang DPWH. Baka kayo, makakonekta kayo talaga ng direkta ng satellite. Kasi po yung pag-update ninyo, Yusek Bisnar, once a month, at the end of every month. So yung galaw lang ng isang kakasangkapan lang ng encoder, yung inyong project manager doon sa baba, pipihit niya lang. Wala na, sarado na yun. Paano nyo susubaybayan lahat ito? Pinag-uusapan natin halos 9,000 flood control projects. Sa harap po ng katotohanan, napakaraming applications. Meron pa po kayong CPES. Yung CPES nyo ay Constructors Performance Evaluation System. na kung saan tinitingnan ninyo ang bawat aspeto, kung sino talagang magaling gumawa, kung sino. Pero lahat ng ito nawala ng saysay. Yung lalim, yung lawak, ang nakita nating katiwalian at corruption, hindi na mapasusubalian kahit kailan. Mr. Chair, ako po ay dadako na doon sa matagal ko na sanang, kanina pa kasi, magmula nung ako po ay maging Blue Ribbon Committee hanggang kayo po ay pumalit, iisa po ang nakita natin. Hanggang ngayon, nakita natin yung sa magitan ng testimonies ang napakarami pong tinawag natin dito. Wala pong kokontra na talagang ang lalim ng katiwalian at korupsyon na na-establish po natin. Mali-malitang pera po ang nagpalitan ng kamay dito. Tinitingnan ko po yung ating Senate Blue Ribbon Rules. May I refer to Section 5, o Article 5, Section 3, Mr. Chair. Dito po yung sinasabi, reports on bills and resolutions. Where evidence of malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance is uncovered in the course of the committee's investigation, the matter may be referred to the Ombudsman or to the DOJ or to any appropriate agency as the case may be. Sa opinion ko po, ay palagay ko tama na po na mula dito ay i-repair na po nating lahat. Sapagkat yun po yung ating tuntunin. Nandito nga po yung ating Prosecutor General. Hindi ko pa nga alam ba't nandito siya sapagkat i-repair naman namin sa inyo. Ito po yung tuntunin dito. Hindi kami makikipag-compete sa inyo sapagkat kami strictly in aid of legislation. We have come across this problem, the magnitude no one can deny. Ang jurisprudence pa nga ho, Mr. Chair, Neri versus Senate, ito po yung sinasabi. Should respondent committees uncover information related to a possible crime in the course of their investigation, they have the constitutional duty to refer the matters to the agency or branch of government. Lahat po ng ito ay hinug na para i-repair either sa DOJ, sa Ombudsman, sa ating National Prosecution Service. Sinasabi pa po, while it may be a worthy endeavor to investigate the potential culpability of high government officials, including the President, in a given government transaction, it is simply not a task for the Senate to perform. The role of the legislature is to make laws, not to determine anyone's guilt of a crime or wrongdoing. Our Constitution has not bestowed upon the legislature the latter's role. Just as the judiciary cannot legislate, neither can the legislature adjudicate or prosecute. So the legislature remains to be an instrument for legislating laws. We cannot adjudicate, we cannot prosecute. Siguro po alam na ninyo, Mr. Chair, hindi ko po alam anong oras, but I think earlier hours, nagpadala yata former Congressman Saldico a video recording. At dyan po ay napakarami niyang sinasabi na aligasyon, ngunit hindi po pwedeng hindi bigyan po ng atensyon. Nagpapatunay lamang po na lumawak na po talaga at lumalim ang pinag-uusapan nating problema. We cannot ignore that statement uploaded in the Facebook, Mr. Chair. So, kung ang tinatanong ni Senator Sherwin kanina na pinipilit na sinasagot ni Prosecutor o Prosecutor General Padulyon, Sino po ba yung pinoprosecute natin ngayon? Mga accessories or mga... Meron po bang mga pangalan na?
Yeah, may I respond, Mr. Chair? As I mentioned earlier, the ones who are being investigated right now are personalities from the DPWH, officials of District 1 of Bulacan. They are the ones subject of the initial investigations undertaken by the Department of Justice. There are also other investigations which are being evaluated now prior to its filing with the department and eventually with the Office of the Ombudsman, sir.
Kanina po tinatanong niya kayo, he quoted the President na meron ng makukulong. Sabi ng Presidente.
Sir, I do not know and I cannot speak for the President. I do not know what's
I'm
in his
not
mind.
saying that you will speak for the President. Si Senator Sherwin nagsabi, narinig niya na may makukulong. At kailan ang sinabi? Kailan, parang ang sinabi niya, marami nang makukulong immediately.
Exactly, Mr. Chair. That's why I said I cannot speak or know the state of mind of the President when those statements were made. I was not privy to it, and neither do I know of which. I can only speak of the cases being handled by the Department of Justice.
Hindi naman sasabihin ng Pangulo yun ang hindi niyo siya ina-advisean. The President will not state anything nang hindi niya nalalaman ang mangyayari. As a matter of fact, we assume that the Department of Justice might have advised him sapagkat hindi niya sasabihin ang kagaya ng sinasabi mo ngayon.
Yes, sir, but I cannot also make that assumption. No, I cannot base my answer on an assumption which is being made unless I was privy to the information that such advice was given to the President when he made that statement. I can only speak for what I know, sir, and what I have personal knowledge of.
So are you trying to assume that the President was ill-advised?
I'm not saying that the President was ill-advised. I just do not know who spoke to the President, sir, before he made that statement.
We're not saying that somebody spoke to the President. Senator Sherwin heard that the President was assuming that there will be somebody who will be jailed immediately.
Yes, sir. But your statement, Mr. Chair, is that you are of the assumption that the Department of Justice made that statement.
I am not assuming anything. We're saying that the President told that somebody will be jailed. Kasi kung halimbawa, preliminary investigation pa lang, at saan kayo ng bola, pupunta kayo sa di ba meron kayong, sabi nyo nung isang araw, the briefing, meron kayong memorandum of agreement with the Ombudsman that the DOJ can directly file cases to the Sandigan Bayan. What happens to that?
Sir, if we go over the memorandum of agreement simply says that we have the authority to investigate, and whatever the results are of our investigation, if it involves personalities with salary grade 27 and above, or cases cognizable by the Sandigan Bayan, and offenses committed in relation to the performance of one's function, the same will still have to go through the Office of the Ombudsman for approval before it gets filed before the Sandigan Bayan.
That was not the kind of explanation given to me in the earlier
Marcoleta,
hearing.
kindly wrap up. I'll give you 1 more minute.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, wala kang nakikitang immediately na makukulong, di ba?
Up until the results of the investigation are finished, I wouldn't be able to make any statement to that effect, sir.
Meaning to say, yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.